Hey, everybody, I hope you are doing fantastic. This Broker Minute is going to jump into license law and some recent changes that have kind of come up and stirred a little bit on social media, and that is regarding advertising listings of other firms. So, in the license law, the new bill that passed last year, there was part of the bill that said effective May 15th of this year. There's a certain stipulation in there that I won't read it to you all, but it basically says when advertising the listing of another brokerage firm, you must have written permission from that brokerage. It also says in there that that permission could be given through a sublet in your listing agreement. So the big question that comes across right now, and there are a lot of opinions out there, is what has changed and what does that mean as far as advertising listings from other firms? The challenge is there's some vagueness to this. So here's what we know right now. Don't do anything differently. Follow the IDX rules as we always have before. So if you're going to share the listing of another firm, you want to make sure you have an IDX compliant website link in the post of your social media, not in the comments. It is also great to just maybe pick up the phone and call the listing agent and say, hey, I'm going to do this. The question is saying is a lot of people are saying, well, that doesn't cover IDX. And quite frankly, we've actually contacted the LLR directly and they have not given an opinion on this. What we do know is the entire spirit of the change in this law was to make IDX legal. What had happened is prior to this law being passed, a lot of people were saying South Carolina law says you cannot advertise any listing unless you have a written agreement. So if you were using an IDX website to then advertise a listing from another brokerage, you potentially could be breaking the law. So the change in this was to actually cover that. However, there are a lot of people that are misinterpreting it, misunderstanding it, and thinking, hey, I can't now use IDX listings on posting on social media, and that right now is not the case. Right? We again, as I interpret the law and as we've read it through our legal counsel, we are saying that right now compliance through IDX is the way to do it. So all this means basically, if you want to advertise a listing from another brokerage firm, simply be IDX compliant, which means you want to have an IDX compliant website, which all of you have your personal websites through KW. You can also copy paste the Flex MLS website on there. I don't recommend that. I would want to push them to your website. As long as you do it that way, giving credit to the listing broker, you'll be safe. An added bonus, pick up the phone, build some relationships, call the listing agent, let them know you're doing it. Nobody's going to have a problem with you advertising their listings. Hope you're having a great day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Take care.